very excited to be hosting this session. And the reason is because we have an extraordinary, beautiful, hardworking lady in our midst today. She is out to set the Guinness World Record. And not only to set the record, but of course to change history. She's very young and very talented. She's from Just Plateau State and she's from Just East Local. Hello, Miss B. I must tell you, I'm super honored to host you today. Thank you very much for sparing out time to be here because I know you're a very busy person.
The pleasure is mine.
Isn't she beautiful? This is pretty. She has a very cute smile. Okay, enough about me. I'd like you to tell us about yourself, what you do, about your brand, and what your brand does as well.
Alright, hello everyone. My name is Victoria Ishaku. As she rightly said, I'm from Just Plateau State. I own a brand called V's Beauty Bag. Okay, so V's Beauty Bag is a brand specialized with servicing our customers with beadworks. So when I say beadworks, I mean generally. I design dresses, I make beaded bags, I design shoes and much more.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry to cut you. When you say shoes, I am like, because I love shoes, and it would be amazing to actually have a shoe made.
Yeah, sure, and they are durable.
Okay. Trust me, I would really love to have one after this. Sorry to cut you short.
Alright.
Okay. So that's actually very interesting. I would like you to tell us how you started. Like, what motivated? What was the motivation behind? Why did you decide to pick beading as a skill? And then how long you've been into all these things?
Alright, so from this question, I'm going to start by why did I go into it, right?
Okay.
So I'll give you a little backstory. So I started beading when I was much younger.
Okay.
I loved beads. Like from my household, they could tell me how much I got attracted to seeing a piece of bead.
Okay.
And so bringing everything together, I kept them carefully. And
Wow.
then before I could get a rope, and then my parents would see me doing something. So I had this love for beads right from childhood.
Okay.
Right. So about how long I've been beading for, I would say 11 years.
11.
Yes, 11 years.
First of all, you look super young, so I'm actually intrigued to know how old you are. But it's by 11 years. Wow.
Yeah, 11 years. So that's how far I can remember.
Okay.
11 years. This is because of something what happened to me in school.
Okay.
I schooled, my primary school was at EPCA
Okay.
Plateau Christian Academy. So my teacher gave us a project. Yes, I can still remember his name vividly.
Okay.
Mr. Mike.
Okay.
He gave us a project and he said we should go ahead and do whatever we feel comfortable with, either using clay to create something or draw or using beads. So I used that opportunity to reach out to my parents and request for money to buy beads. So that was my very first time of buying beads.
Okay.
And
You bought it yourself?
Yes.
Oh.
I traced a location very close to my school. I still remember that place.
Okay.
I went there and I met this old woman. She's been beading for long. So I saw a lot of beadworks there and I was like, someday I could get here. You get? So I bought some beads and I went back home. I think it was a necklace and just a bracelet, and I took it as my project. So when I went to submit, here's the interesting part.
Okay.
My teacher hyped the little stuff I did. He was like, this is great, this is
He
beautiful.
literally saw something.
Of course, and I'll never forget that teacher. His name is Mr. Mike.
Okay.
Yes, and he made me feel like, wow, this is something great that I could move further with.
Yeah.
So do you get? I felt since someone could appreciate this, let me show my parents as well. They knew how I was
in love with it already.
It's already.
Okay.
So yeah, 11 years back.
Wow. Now, that's your teacher actually hyping you and giving you credit for that is actually a good boost, because when you tend to appreciate people for the little things, you give them reasons to do more of it. That's really cool and actually a lesson to people out there. Don't look down anybody's work. But so I know that you're out to break Guinness World Record on that beading. So can you walk us through the whole process? Like, how has been the application? Like, was it stressful? And then the steps.
Okay, yeah, sure. I would say it was stressful. Now,
Nothing good comes easy.
Absolutely. Now, this was the reason. Okay. I had to make a research.
Okay.
Right? I did that, and then I went for it. okay, I cannot complete this without saying one part of my life. I'm actually a Christian, so I
Okay.
prayed about it and I trusted God. I said, God, I'm going into this. If this is for me, let's see the outcome.
Yeah.
All right. So my first application was in May 2024.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. That's a year ago.
Yeah.
I must commend your commitment actually. Because if it was somebody who would have given up.
So I had to wait for 12 weeks. That's
Okay.
approximately 3 months, right?
Yeah.
So I had to wait. I was, the way you're going to be so expectant and hopeful about something, right? So I was really hopeful about this. I was waiting for an email from Guinness World Record. Unfortunately, the day the email came, that was in August.
Okay.
Yeah, the day the email came, I saw that my first application was rejected, and I felt bad. Okay, so in August, right?
Yeah.
Same that August. I think the day I saw the application, the first application that was rejected,
Yeah.
and I just said a word of prayer, I went ahead to apply
That same day.
That same day.
Okay.
I went ahead to reapply again. I tried reaching out to certain people to ask them, those who have done the attempt, I tried
Yeah.
reaching out to them to ask them if there's something I'm missing out, because I carefully went through the email to see why my application was rejected.
Okay.
So I took note of what I saw and I reapplied. So in October 2024, I got an email saying that Guinness World Record has approved for me to attempt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good news. And that's the reason why we are here today, actually. Right. So I would like you to tell us, I know you've mentioned some few challenges, but can you state out some challenges that comes with bead making in general? The
Okay.
ones you personally encountered and how you were able to tackle those challenges.
All right, I will start from when I was learning.
Okay.
Right, from the beginning, just for other people who are watching and listening, probably who want to venture into
Yeah.
beading. Right, so I wasn't able to get the concept of the sizes of the beads which are meant to correspond to the fishing lines.
Okay.
That's a very important point. The sizes vary, so I got to realize that after my secondary school, when I tried to take my brand very seriously.
Yeah.
From primary school, secondary school,
You're just
you can
freestyling.
imagine how long that was
Yeah.
for me to get that point. Then coming up to now, presently, as I'm a student of University of Jos studying
Okay.
SLT. So managing business and school.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about bidding on its own, bidding is time consuming. So coming to think of a student
Yeah.
who is a brand owner having a lot of things to revise from school,
Yeah.
and then you have an order, maybe to make a bag,
Yeah.
a beaded bag, you'd have to sit down for like 12 hours. So you could split that into 2 days or so. You could split that into 2 days to complete someone's order.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's actually time consuming, and you could feel a lot of strains in your body if you sit in one position for a long period of time. Yeah, so bidding is actually time consuming, a bit strenuous.
Okay. Although I was expecting you to mention something about how you source funding, because every business needs funding. So when you get orders, right? Do you ask them to pay past payment, make a payment or deposit before, or how do you? Okay, I think I should challenge the question like this: how do you source for funds? And then secondly, how do you really run the business? Do you make beats and then you post them online for people to make orders, or you wait for people to just order them first before you do them?
Okay, so this question, I'm going to take you back
Okay.
before coming to where I am right now. Okay, so from the beginning, how I was able to source funds to start, I had little savings, right?
Okay.
Just little savings from relatives who would come over to the house and just give you something. I saved up. I think relatively just 15k. Yeah, 15k. I started my brand with 15k in 2023.
Okay.
After secondary school, just the period when I was waiting for admission, things were not really falling in place yet.
Yeah.
I felt I shouldn't fold my hands back. I should go back to that art of mine, right? So I was able to save up that 15k, and I started only with bracelets.
Okay.
Yes, just with bracelets, and I would say that wasn't really easy. That wasn't easy. I had to start going to supermarkets. There's a supermarket in my area. I had to start going to all those places to look for, because I knew that there are a lot of young people working there. So I think almost everybody in that supermarket had a bracelet for me.
Oh.
That was my bikini. Like, that was when I was just stepping up. Do you get? And I was feeling the vibe and everything. So that was the beginning. I had a capital, right? Speaking about funds, I had a capital, and I didn't let that capital to run that dry. I kept on adding up profits. So when I left the level of only making bracelets, I stepped up to the level of making other things like necklaces. Then it got to a point where I realized that I could actually do well with beaded bags. Yeah, so I started working towards, because purchasing beads for making beaded bags isn't compared to purchasing beads for making bracelets. So when I had the enough funds at that point, I said I would do it. So for then, I bought the beads, I made the beaded bags, and I kept them first. So for the beginning of my brand, I didn't get orders beforehand. Do you get? So I now took pictures. As of then, I didn't really have a good phone, but I managed with it. So I took pictures and I started posting online. I created my WhatsApp group then, my WhatsApp business group, and it was labeled This Beauty Bag, of course. So I added my friends to that group. I was always posting what I made there, and they were always looking at me in school and be like, business girl, every time business girl, all of that. So I was, during my remedial program in school, I was also showing my classmates what I do. So I was doing advertisements physically and online. Do you get? So that was the beginning. It was not based on order at first. So now bringing you to where I am now. To where I am now, I get orders. I have stuffs on ground. I get orders as well. And then just in case if I don't have the materials, I get them. Then I do them and I sell it.
Wow. I love money. I love business. And hearing how she was making money, I'm like, are you sure we'll not really dive into it?
It's actually a good thing.
Because anyway there's money, counts me in. And it's actually very amazing seeing a young person like this working for their own money. It's to let you know that you can also do it. So back to the reason why we're here. What does this Guinness World Record breaking means to you personally?
Alright, so looking at where I'm coming from, I believe that there are many young people out there, especially the girl child. Right? I get to understand that most people after secondary school are trying to get their place, right? I feel like if I should be able to create that environment for other people to learn, because quite a number of people have reached out to me online and they'll be like, they want to learn beading, do I have a place? And unfortunately I do not have a place yet. So I am trusting God that through this Bead-A-Thon, there's going to be a turnout of greatness through my brand. Because I have noticed that through other fields, if you check things like cooking or tailoring, they have colleges, something like that. They have colleges, they have places where people learn and get certified. Then I tried counting and checking my same research spirit. I tried checking how many beading places or schools do we have. And I got to realize that we don't really have. So I noticed that people who are great beaders, who are expertise in their field, just tend to do a little training, right? For maybe 3 weeks, and then they'll charge people high amounts. So most people tend to just back out and just be like, so I want to be the one to give people a reason to want to learn it, and it wouldn't be too expensive for an average youth to venture into, especially the girl child. So the name of where I'm planning, you know, I'm a girl with big dreams actually. The name of my place is going to be Bead-A-Me. I've prayed about it. The name of that place is going to be Bead-A-Me, and many more young people are going to find inspiration in that place through me.
They are already finding, because I am finding inspiration already, because it's really heart touching. You get really heart touching, very motivating, very inspiring to see. Now, one error or one mistake we as Nigerians and young girls actually tend to make is that somebody said something about about the northern part of Nigeria. He said when he came for service, sorry, not sorry, I know it's about her. So let me steal this time a little bit. Somebody said that he found out that most of the girl child in Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria, only sought out for jobs. You don't really want to create something, but you don't want to own a business. You're always walking to somebody's shop and asking them if they need a sales girl. Come on. There's always opportunity for you to make your own brand and make your own money.
Of course.
Do you understand? And this is actually a very simple and heart-touching experience, because she didn't wait for anybody to employ her. In as much as she did not really get the opportunity to learn from anybody, she taught herself to do this. And I feel like if she could do this, like, we can too. Right. And then I really must commend the vision behind it. You mentioned having people come to learn as well, because it's very common to see people learn other skills, but bidding, sincerely, I haven't seen a shop or a workshop that actually does that training. So one of the reasons why we are doing this is because for her to actually attain or succeed in her record breaking that's about to happen in a few days, you can't do it by yourself, of course. So we are out to seek for support.
Yes.
Do you understand? So, but I really love you to tell us how the community, how Nigeria can support you.
Okay. Speaking about support, so I'd like to talk about a challenge I've had while planning for Bead-A-Thon. I've faced this challenge of not getting supporters, not getting sponsors, right? I've been planning for Bead-A-Thon for like 6 months now, 5 to 6 months now, and I could say that finding sponsors isn't easy, right? So right now what I'm going to appeal to people out there is I would need their support. Absolutely nothing is too small, right? Even engaging on our social media posts actually means a lot. Turning up that day if you're close by, turning up that day is really going to mean a lot. Support in any way you can at all. So am I permitted to say my social media platform?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if you could follow and engage on my post on Instagram, my name is bees_bb. On Facebook is Victoria Ishaku. On TikTok it's also bees_bb, and on X is also Victoria Ishaku.
Okay, so listening to you tell me about your background story and everything was really, I love listening to people tell me this, because every business that is succeeding has a unique story. So I was really touched, I must say. Thank you, and I must commend your strength. You were very strong to have stayed focused on what you really wanted to do, right? So I know that preparing for the Bead-A-Thon must have been very challenging, in as much as it has been very inspiring and all the stuff. So can you just tell us how the whole process has been, the challenges, and then how you were able to stay focused even with the challenges?
Okay, so the challenges I've had while preparing for Bead-A-Thon, the first challenge I had was setting up a team. Okay. Right? Because I needed people who I could work with. Yeah. So I started looking for people who could assist me. Right? Okay. Then the second challenge I had was the search for sponsors. Okay. Right? I spoke earlier about getting supporters. So to get people who would want to venture through this with me, not being sure if I'm going to succeed or not, it's been difficult because we're still preparing, right? Yeah. So those are my two major challenges. Right now, I'm also, one of my other challenge is how to get people who are going to also support me on that day. The event isn't here yet, so I do not know how people are going to turn out. So my request is for people to turn out on that day. Their support, their presence will mean a lot to me.
Trust me, I'm signed in because I'll be there. I have to be there because I would love to witness it live. You understand? Okay. I know you mentioned physical support on that day. Is there a date fixed and a venue?
Yes, a date has been fixed, 30th to 31st of May 2025 at Podcast Planet behind Lamingo Medical Center, Lamingo, Jos Plateau State. And there's also an opportunity for other entrepreneurs who are vendors to get their tickets, right? They could come on that day with whatever they sell, so far as it's non-edibles. They could come on that day, yes, they will have an opportunity to sell out. Because as I am growing, I also want to pick others along.
Oh, but that's really that I love your spirit. The fact that you really want to carry everybody or those who are willing to come along is really heart touching. Thank you very much. Thank you again, and thank you so much for coming here. I must say you really made my day. I'm super excited, and thank you very much for creating time to do this. Thank you for answering my many questions. I hope I did not really
No, it is.
okay.
The pleasure is mine.
All right. Thank you very much for staying with us till the end. We hope that you come out that day and support us. And for those who will not want to come because of one reason or the other, we really appreciate your engagement on our socials. Thank you very much. See you there.